Thank you for joining us for a virtual vacation Bible school. Today we're just going to talk about a wonderful, ordinary superhero today, okay? Our ordinary superhero for today is Peter. Um, Peter was a fisherman. He went out and caught fish. That's what he did for a living. That was his job, to catch fish to survive, you know. So Peter's original name was Simon, but later Jesus changed his name to Peter because Jesus saw the amount of faith that he had in him. So we can talk about Peter's faith. So one day Peter was out fishing. After a long day, he came back frustrated. He couldn't find any fish. He was out there for all day, couldn't find anything. And Jesus was passing by and saw that he didn't catch anything. So Jesus, after Peter came in to shore, frustrated and all, he couldn't find fish to sell, to feed his family, to survive. Jesus saw him and told him to go back out and to cast his net out again to get some fish. From that point, you can tell Peter was a little frustrated because he went out, he tried everything. He cast his net out, didn't find any fish. He was out there all day. He went to the deep water, the shallow water, cast his net to the left, to the right, and still couldn't find anything. But Jesus told him to go out there and try again. Now, if I was Peter, I would be like, what do you mean try again? Because I tried everything. I went out to the deep water, didn't find anything. I went out to the shallow water, didn't find anything. But you're telling me to go out and go cast my net out again to find something. And from that point, Jesus was telling him to go out and cast his net out again. It's just like on a personal level, when you're looking for something, you misplaced, you lost, but you're telling someone is telling you to go out and go look in that same place you just looked, and you still couldn't find anything. I know I would be frustrated. Let's see. Peter didn't want to, but because of his faith, he tried again. He couldn't find nothing to the left. He didn't find nothing to the right. And he tried the shallow waters, but Jesus told him to try again. He went out and tried again because of his faith. And Jesus told him to cast his net out to the right. And after he cast his net out to the right, the fish was plentiful. He had to call out his friends to come help him out to carry the fish because it was so much. But because Peter's faith, he got what he wanted. Peter's faith is what makes him an ordinary superhero. Peter was just a regular fisherman. That's nothing fancy. He wasn't famous. He wasn't well known. He didn't have any degrees. He was just a regular fisherman. And because of his faith, that's what makes him an ordinary superhero. You can be just like Peter and be an ordinary superhero with your faith. The Bible says if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, that you could move mountains. So and a mustard seed is not that big. It's pretty small. And everyone knows how big of a mountain is. So just like Peter, have faith and you can do anything. At any time, Peter could have just quit. He could have just said, "No, I'm gonna just give up. I already looked. There's no point in me going back out to sea to get to see if there's any fish." But because of his faith, he decided to go out one more time, cast his net out, and found fish. And the fish was plentiful that he had to call on more people to help him out and bring him back to shore. So again, you can be like Peter and have faith as small as a mustard seed, and you can get whatever God has promised you. Thank you for tuning in for Vacation Bible School. See ya.